Hi everyone. Hi guys, am I visible? Audible? Yes, please. Am I audible and visible? So let's start the session. Let's start the session. Okay, so guys, in today's practice session, we are going to take NCERT exemplar questions, and other than NCERT exemplar question, all the PYQs will be covered here in this particular session. So if at any point you feel like that voice is not clear, then do let me know about that, okay? Do let me know about that, okay? So here you can see the first question on the screen. Given below are the two statements, right? Given below are the two statements. So this is the assertion and reason. So you people can see this. Yes, please. A typical unfertilized angiosperm embryo sac at maturity is 8 nucleated and 7 celled. The reason is egg apparatus has two polar nuclei. In the light of above statement, choose the correct answer from the options given below. So what should be the correct answer, guys? What should be the correct answer here, guys? Quick. What should be the correct answer here? Yes, please. Everybody. So, a typical unfertilized embryo sac at maturity is 8 nucleated, 7 celled. This is a correct statement. The egg apparatus has two polar nuclei. No, egg apparatus will have one egg and two synergids. So A is true but R is false. A is true but R is false. Next, given below are the two statements. Yes, please. Given below are the two statements. Again, assertion is both wind and water pollinated flowers are not very colorful and do not produce nectar. Reason is the flower produce enormous amount of pollen grain in wind and water pollinated flowers. So what should be the correct answer here? Yes. What should be the correct answer here? Yes, please. Obviously, here both the statements are true, but reason is not the correct explanation of A. This line is not explaining that why in the wind and the water pollinated flowers, why are they not colorful? Because obviously these two are the non-biotic, they are abiotic agents, right? They do not need, right? They do not need this fragrance, right? Fragrance, or I would say the nectar, to attract the pollinator. So that is why. Is that clear? Is that clear? So that's what you have to remember. Understood? Okay, the next question is how many meiotic and mitotic division need to occur for the development of a mature female gametophyte from the megaspore mother cell in an angiosperm plant? So see, NEET 2025, third question from this particular part. Yes? Third question from this particular part. Beta, assertion and reason you can only mark correctly if you know the concept behind it. Whenever you read the assertion and the reason, translate it in your own language. And it's simple. Reason should explain the assertion. First of all, you should be clear whether both the statements are true or the false. And then just put these words because, hence. So you'll get an idea that whether reason is explaining the assertion or not. So what should be the correct answer here? How many meiotic and the mitotic division are required for the development of a mature female gametophyte from the megaspore mother cell? We know that there will be one meiosis, but when it comes to the mitosis, 3 mitoses are required, right? 3 mitoses are required. Okay, next question. Again, the assertion and reason. Look at it, NEET 2025 again. So cells of the tapetum possess dense cytoplasm and generally have more than one nucleus. Is it true or false? Is it true or false? You know it very well. Is it true or false? What's that? Now, the next is reason. Presence of more than one nucleus in the tapetum increases the efficiency of nourishing the developing megaspore mother cell. So, what should be the answer here again? Yes, everybody. what should be the answer here again? Is R is false or not? Yes, as per, yes please. Quickly answer it to me. Quickly answer it to me. Is the R correct explanation of A or not? Yes, please. So yes, beta, here reason correctly explains the assertion. So yes, both are true and R is the correct explanation of A. So the next question again, match list 1 with list 2. Match list 1 with list 2. Quick. Match list 1 with list 2. Match list 1 with list 2. So scutalum, what is it? Right, they say apiblast is directly the rudimentary cotyledon. Okay, so non-albuminous seed means non-endospermic seed, and scutalum here is cotyledon, right? And perispermic seeds are persistent nucellus. Non-albuminous, basically they are present in the dicot. So this is the answer. So A will go with 2, B will go with 3, C will go with 4, and D will go with 1. So yes, this is our correct answer. Next, right? Done, beta? Next question is, what is the pattern of inheritance of polygenic inheritance? What is the pattern for inheritance of polygenic trait? Beta, this part we will, right, this part we will discuss after our next marathon, which is on Saturday, again Saturday morning, right? That marathon is going to be very important. Why? Because in that particular marathon, right, in that particular marathon, beta, we are, right, we are going to complete and we are going to complete the genetics and the evolution unit, right? And this unit, you know it very well. It's a very, very, very important unit, okay? It's a very, very, very important unit. So let's get started with the genetics question we will cover there. So now, which of the following is an example of non-distilled alcoholic beverage produced by yeast? So again, 2025 question, and here they are talking about the undistilled या फिर non-distilled. What is the correct answer here? What is the correct answer here? Yes, please. So very simple it is. Again, the here answer will be beer. What will be the correct answer here? It is beer. Next, which of the following organism cannot fix nitrogen? The question is cannot fix nitrogen. Yes, everybody? Can not fix nitrogen. Quick. You know the answer and it is very simple. Right? Obviously, wallworks. Right? Colonial green algae, it cannot fix the nitrogen. So this is the correct answer. Am I clear? This is the correct answer. So Azotobacter, Anabina, Nostoc, Oscillatoria, they can fix it. Next, streptokinase produced by the bacterium Streptococcus is used for. Quick, streptokinase produced by the bacterium Streptococcus is used for. Guys, be quick. Yes. What should be the answer here? What should be the answer here? Is used for Beta, removing clots from blood vessels because it is a clot buster, right? In the last class, even we discussed the mechanism there. Next question, which of the following microbe is not involved in the preparation of household product? Aspergillus niger, Lactobacillus, Trichoderma polysporum, Saccharomyces cerevisiae, Propionibacterium shermani. Here you are talking about the household product. Yes, household product. Yes, everybody. For the household product. Pragati will try to keep it for the next time. It's a good suggestion. We'll try to keep it for the next time. So what should be the answer? Right, what should be the answer? Quick. Obviously, it is not involved in the preparation of household product. So as per the options, if I have to see, one thing is for sure the C, right? One thing is for sure that C. So we have seen three options. This one is for the cheese, household product. Even this is the baker's yeast or the brewer's yeast. So baking, right? Baker for the bread making, it is required. So if I have to see all the options, then I'll go for A and C here. Then I'll go for A and C here. Next question. Epiphytes that are going on the mango branch is an example of what? Yes, it is an example of, so you know that mango branch is neither benefited nor harmed, 0, and orchid is benefited. So this is, yes please, this is commensalism, isn't it? Next, which one of the following represent the Verhulst-Pearl logistic growth curve model? Verhulst-Pearl logistic growth curve model. Quick. Verhulst-Pearl logistic growth curve model. Quick. So it is dn over dt rn k minus n over k. So we know that this one, this k minus n over k, what's that? It is the environmental resistance, right? What's that? It is the environmental resistance. Am I clear? Okay, the next part given below are the two statements. This is again the question that we have also covered in our last class. So please answer it to me. Fig fruit is a non-vegetarian fruit as it has enclosed fig wasp in it, right? Fig fruit is a non-vegetarian fruit as it has enclosed fig wasps in it, right? We know that this is a, see, it's a false statement as per NTA's answer key. And here, fig wasp and fig tree, they exhibit mutual relationship as fig wasp completes its life cycle in fig fruit and fig fruit gets pollinated by fig wasp. Again, this one is what? This one is true. So one is incorrect, another one is true. Okay, so I have already explained you the reason for that, right? Some vegan, they still believe that it is a non-vegetarian fruit because flies are still present. But as per NTA, the answer given by them, so it is clear that flies, right, that larvae, they will be destroyed by the enzymes which will be there in the fruit, right? So they don't believe in that. So next is, yes, statement 1, statement 2. So the primary source of energy in an ecosystem is solar energy. The primary source of energy in an ecosystem is solar energy. Next is the rate of production of organic matter during photosynthesis in an ecosystem. The rate of production of organic matter. Is it NPP or is it GPP? Is it NPP or is it GPP? Yes, everybody. Is it NPP or GPP? What should be the answer here? Yes, what should be the answer here? Quick. If you are able to answer the questions here, then trust me, it is going to be very, it is clear that you have understood the chapters. If you are able to answer this. Beta, one is correct. The second one is incorrect here. It is not NPP, it is GPP. Okay. Next, who is known as the father of ecology in India? I forgot to mention it in my marathon, but Professor Ramdeo Mishra. He is the, right, Professor Ramdeo Mishra. He is the father of, right, ecology in India. And if you will read the NCERT, right, where the initially they give the explanation there now, that unit, their explanation. So there you will find the answer, okay? Next, given below are two statements, statement 1, statement 2. So in ecosystem, there is a unidirectional flow of energy from the sun, from producers to consumer. Ecosystems are rather exempted from second law of thermodynamics. Yes, everybody. So what should be the answer? Yes, please. What should be the answer here? Obviously, there is a unidirectional flow, but this one is incorrect because ecosystems are not exempted from the second law of thermodynamics. So here, one is correct, but the second one is incorrect. Understood? So unit of productivity. Yes, unit of productivity we are asking. Unit of productivity here. Yes, please. Not the production, but rather productivity. So we know that kilocalorie per meter square per year. Next, which of the following is an example of ex situ conservation? It's ex situ, not in situ. Ex situ conservation. Again, we have covered it in the last marathon. Obviously, zoo and the botanical garden, they are the ex situ, they are basically the example of that. Now, match list 1 with list 2, and you guys can see that even in 2025, how many questions are there from these chapters itself. So, the evil quartet, okay, alien species invasion is the example, ex situ conservation, cryopreservation, wait, cause of biodiversity loss, lantana alien species invasion, dodo extinction, ex situ conservation is cryopreservation. So B with 1 here, even if you know the answer of, B with 1. Even if you know the answer of this, you will be able to answer it. It is that simple. Got it? Okay, next question. Among the terms listed below, those that are not technically correct names for a floral whorl are. For a floral whorl are. Which one is not the technically correct answer? Yes. Yes, please. So technically, right. So they are talking about the floral whorl. Yes, beta. So carpal. Okay. So we have our. Yes, please. So what should be the answer here? You can just pick the odd one out. You can just simply pick the odd one out. So carpal and sepal, because enterium, group of stamen, corolla, group of petals. So yes, out of that, this is the answer that you can pick. So second and the fourth one. So NCERT exemplar is important to practice. It is important to solve. Embryo sac is to ovule as dash is to an anther. Okay. Embryo sac is to ovule as dash is to an anther. What is it? You know that ovule is the megasporangium, embryo sac is the female gametophyte. So here, don't you think that we should go for the pollen grain? Yes, please. Don't you think that we should go for the pollen grain here? Right, because see, ovule is what? Ovule is megasporangium. And within anther, what are you going to see? You will see microsporangium. And embryo sac is what? Embryo sac is the female gametophyte. What's that? It is the female gametophyte. Then obviously here what will you see? Pollen grain. Pollen grain is what? Pollen grain is male gametophyte. And here you will see inside it the microsporangia. Done. Next question. In a typical complete bisexual, okay, so this is basically from the morphology, but okay. In a typical complete bisexual and hypogynous flower, try to answer it. The arrangement of floral whorls on the thalamus from the outermost to the innermost. Do not get confused. They are asking about the outermost to the innermost. Overall, how that arrangement will be. I believe you all know this. So here what they have given, they are basically talking about what? देखो बेटा, overall no doubt if it is a typical complete flower, so you know that there will be calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium. If I'm talking about the hypogynous flower, so it is about the position of ovary, that where exactly it is placed with respect to the other floral whorls. So here the answer will be A itself. The answer will be A itself. Okay. चलिए, so a dicot plant bears flower but never produces fruit and seed. The most probable cause for the above statement is yes. Yes. Beta, see, it's a very common sense based answer. Plant is dioecious. Dioecious means plant is what? Unisexual and have only staminate flowers. Then obviously male part is not going to form the fruit or the seed. Next, the outermost and the innermost wall layers of Microsporogenesis in an anther are respectively. The outermost and the innermost wall layers of Microsporogenesis in an anther are respectively outermost epidermis, innermost will be tapetum. Again D, got it? Again D will be the correct answer. One second, students. Just allow me 1 minute. Okay, so this is the answer here. So the next question that we have is ki during microsporogenesis, meiosis occurs in. During microsporogenesis, meiosis occurs in. Meiosis. Obviously, wherever you will find microspore mother cell. Next question. From among the sets of term given below, identify those which are associated with the gynoecium. Right? Identify those which are associated with the gynoecium. Yes, please, which are associated with the gynoecium. So, in such question, even you guys can go for the elimination method too, right? You can even go with the elimination method. So, obviously, here, out of all, this is going to be our correct answer. Next, starting from the innermost part, the correct sequence of parts in an ovule are. Starting from the innermost part, the correct sequence of parts in an ovule are. In an ovule are. Innermost. You have to start from the innermost part. It's quite simple. It's quite simple. So it is going to be B. Next is from the statements given below, choose the option that are true for a typical female gametophyte of a flowering plant. From the statement given below, choose the option that are true for a typical female gametophyte of a flowering plant. And we know that it is correct. 8 nucleated, 7 celled at maturity. It's free nuclear during the development. Okay, female gametophyte. It is situated inside the integument but outside the nucellus. This is absolutely incorrect. It has an egg apparatus situated at the callosal end. No. So do we have 1 and 2? Yeah. So we'll go for this. Okay. We'll go for this. Is it done? Is it done? Okay. Next part. Autogamy can occur in the chasmogamous flower. So autogamy. Chasmogamous means it is an open flower. So, when will autogamy occur? Yes, please. When will autogamy occur? Yes, please. So it will be C. Both pollen and ovules, they should mature simultaneously. Synchrony should be there. So now choose the correct statement from the following. Everybody quick. Choose the correct statement from the following. Clistogamous flowers always exhibit autogamy. Okay, true that. Chasmogamous flower always exhibit ditonogamy. No. Clistogamous flower exhibit both. No. Chasmogamous flower never exhibit. No. So A is the correct answer. Clistogamous flower is the closed flower. What sort of flower it is? It is the closed flower. Got that? Next, a particular species of plant produce light, non-sticky pollen grain in large number and its stigma are long and feathery. Its stigma are long and feathery. So these modifications, they facilitate the pollination by, obviously, wind. Okay? By what? By wind. Isn't it? Yes, please, because pollen grains are non-sticky, right? Pollen grains are non-sticky. So next, from among the situations given below, choose the one that prevents both autogamy as well as gitonogamy. Of course, beta, without any doubt, dioecious plant bearing only male or the female flower. So no autogamy and no gitonogamy will be there. Okay, no autogamy and no gitonogamy will be there. Next, in a fertilized embryo sac, the haploid, diploid and the triploid structures are, quick. The haploid, diploid and the triploid structures are, trust me, if you will practice a lot, right, trust me, when you will attempt your final paper for the NEET 2026, your actual paper for the NEET 2026, you're going to find it very easy. You're just going to love that paper. Why? Because you have practiced a lot. You know what kind of questions they can ask. That's why I always emphasize, do practice PYQ, do practice NCERT exemplar. Do not miss them at all. Okay? So please Please pay attention here. MCQ practice is equally important. It's not like that you are running out of time, so you just have to focus on the theory. You just have to focus on the revision. Revision is important, but the best way to revise is to practice the MCQs. Okay, so do it in that way, and trust me, your marks will increase. You can apply the same thing in your next mock test as well. Okay, so answer this question. Embryo sac. Acha, okay, the haploid one. Synergid is haploid, yeah. Diploid mein zygote, yup. Primary endosperm. So A will be the correct answer. Right? A will be the correct answer. Next question. In an embryo sac, the cells that degenerate after fertilization. The cells that degenerate after fertilization are. The cells that degenerate after fertilization are. In an embryo sac, the cells that degenerate after fertilization. We know that the one that will degenerate are synergids and the antipodal cells. Right? Synergids and the antipodal cells. Done? Okay. Next, while planning for an artificial hybridization program involving dioecious plant, which of the following step would be relevant? Would not be relevant rather. Would not be relevant. Yes, it is the dioecious plant. So if it is dioecious, it means it is unisexual. So emasculation, that is removal of anther, is not required. Why that removal of anther is not required? Because it is already unisexual. So emasculation is required in the case of bisexual flower. Am I clear? It is required in the case of bisexual flower. Next, in the embryos of a typical dicot and a grass, true homologous structures are. True homologous structures are. So dicot and grass. Grass is what, students? Grass is monocot. Am I clear? Grass is what? Grass is monocot. So obviously C is the correct answer. Cotyledons and scutellum. Right? Because scutellum here is the cotyledon. Na? So that is why. So C is the correct answer. Next, the phenomena observed in some plants wherein the parts of sexual apparatus is used for forming embryo without fertilization. There is no fertilization. There is no fertilization. Anybody? So obviously the answer is Apomixis here. We know that. I always summarize it in 2 lines. No meiosis, no fertilization. Right? So it is the type of asexual reproduction that mimics a sexual reproduction. It's a type of asexual reproduction that mimics sexual reproduction. Am I clear? That mimics sexual reproduction. Am I clear here? So here obviously the cells which are surrounding that, within the ovule, the cells which are surrounding that, like it will follow all the steps of the sexual reproduction, but it's just that if there is no meiosis, no haploid structure, no fertilization is there. So surrounding diploid cells, they will just grow here, right? They will just grow here, and accordingly the structures will form. Next, in a flower, if the megaspore mother cell form megaspores without undergoing meiosis, okay, and if one of the megaspore develops into an embryo sac, its nuclei would be. Nice question. Chalo, try to answer. Quick. Yes. So obviously, because megaspore mother cell is forming megaspores, but there is no meiosis. So all the structures are going to be what? Diploid. Right? Diploid. Next, the phenomena wherein the ovary develops into a fruit without fertilization. Very simple. Parthenocarpy. Okay. Chalo, this part we will discuss later. Matlab genetics we will discuss later. So after completing the genetics marathon, we'll discuss it. So guys, here in the so here in this, like I told you that here I'm talking about the questions from the NCERT exemplar, because I have asked this thing multiple times, but I am noticing this, that you people are not preparing it, right? You people are not practicing them. That's why I have, I'm taking these questions for the practice. So yes, please, now answer it to me, quick. The vitamin whose content increases following the conversion of milk into curd by lactic acid bacteria. So yes, they can ask such type of questions in the exam, and we know that the answer here is vitamin B12. Next, wastewater treatment generates large quantity of sludge. Which can be treated by? Which can be treated by? Which can be treated by? Yes, everybody. Sludge, anaerobic digesters as well. No doubt here they are not mentioning, right? They are not mentioning that whether it is primary sludge or the activated sludge. So see the options here, right? Out of all the options given there, you know which one is the correct answer, isn't it? Isn't it? Okay, so the next part is methanogenic bacteria are not found in activated sludge. In activated sludge, because it is formed due to the aerobic, right? When there was the aerobic decomposition of that organic matter present in the effluent from the primary treatment. So obviously rumen of cattle is having that, gobar gas plant is having that, even the bottom of water lodged paddy fields. I told you in the paddy fields methanogens are present. So obviously correct answer here is D, activated sludge. Understood? Chali, next part, quick. Yes, please, quick. Aspergillus niger, citric acid, Acetobacter aceti, acetic acid, Clostridium butylicum, butyric acid, and here it will be the lactic acid. A very simple and most repeated MCQ. Next, match the following list of bioactive substances and their roles. Match the following list of bioactive substances and their role. Again, the most repeated one, statin. You know that it will lower the blood cholesterol, right? Removal of blood clots. Lipase will remove oil stain. Immunosuppressive agent. And multiple times, they have asked this question in one way or in another way. Next, the primary treatment of wastewater involves the removal of. Yes, please. The primary treatment means the removal of. Is it the toxic substances? No. Harmful bacteria? No. Dissolved impurities? Not exactly. Obviously, the stable particles we can say, because sedimentation, filtration and sedimentation is going on here. Next, BOD of wastewater is estimated by measuring the amount of. BOD of wastewater is estimated by measuring the amount of. BOD of wastewater is estimated by measuring the amount of. Obviously, this, how can we measure it? Is it oxygen consumption or the total organic matter? What should be the answer? Obviously, it is biochemical oxygen demand. Oxygen consumption to oxidize the organic matter there. Next, which one of the following alcoholic drinks is produced without distillation? Which one of the following alcoholic drink? So see, that's a PYQ. है ना? That is even a PYQ. Okay, in NEET 2025 they have asked it, but here also they are asking it, right? Even in NCERT exemplar it is given. So without distillation, out of all this, it is the wine only. Next, the technology of biogas production from the cow dung was developed in India largely due to the efforts of So Indian Agricultural Research Institute and Khadi and Village Industry Commission. C is the correct answer here. Next, the free living fungus Trichoderma can be used for. Can be used for. Again, a very simple question. Can be used for. Guys, quick. Can be used for. It's Trichoderma. Obviously, in the root ecosystem, you are going to see this. So, it will be for the biological control of plant diseases. Next, what would happen if oxygen availability to the activated sludge flocks is reduced? Is reduced. A simple question, easy one. It's very simple because flocks, they need the oxygen. If oxygen is not available, the center of the flock will become anoxic, which would cause the death of bacteria and eventually it will break the flock. Right? Flocks. Done? Next, mycorrhiza doesn't help the host plant in. Okay. Tell me. Again, it's a very simple question. Right? Again, it's a very simple question. Of course, it will enhance its phosphorus uptake capacity. It will increase its tolerance to drought as well, enhancing its resistance to root pathogens as well, but it will not increase its resistance to the insect, right? So that will be the answer. Next, which one of the following is not a nitrogen fixing organism? Again, in 2025, we practice such question, है ना? Now, here they have just changed the option, but the type of question is same. That's the beauty of practicing the NCERT exemplar questions. Okay? Do practice it. It's a humble request. That's the beauty of practicing it. Are you getting my point? In this NEET 2025, I am not even asking you to see last 10 years MCQ from one paper itself. You can see that the same question was there. They just changed the options. So that is what you have to do. Okay, that's how you have to prepare. So, of course, here and the answer is Pseudomonas. Next, big holes in the Swiss cheese are made by a bacteria that is producing large amount of carbon dioxide. Very easy. The residue left after methane production from cattle dung is. From cattle dung is, of course, used as manure. Right? Used as manure. Am I clear? How is it used? It is used as manure. Understood? Next, methanogens do not produce oxygen. They are anaerobic. Next, activated sludge should have the ability to settle quickly so that it can. Please read the options. Please read the options. Please read the option. Obviously, it will be rapidly pumped back from the sedimentation tank to the aeration tank. Got it? Chaliye next. Ladybird beetle, mycorrhiza, biological control, biogas. Go here. Okay. Here. This is the answer. That's how they frame the questions, okay? So please practice NCERT exemplar questions. Please practice them. Now, autoecology, I have discussed it in my lecture as well. And see, it is from NCERT exemplar. But yeah, here there are few questions which are from your deleted syllabus, right? So that we will exempt. Or if there will be any important question, that I will definitely discuss. So have a look. Autoecology is the, yes please, is the, very simple question if you remember. because here you talk about one species and its interaction with its environment. So here, that's why we can just go for an individual here, right? An individual here. Next, ecotone. Ecotone. Ecotone, again, simple and important. Ecotone. So it's a zone of transition between two communities. It's a zone of transition between two communities. Next, biosphere is. Biosphere is. Yes, biosphere is. It is composed of all living organisms present on Earth which interact with the physical environment. Understood? That is what the meaning of biosphere is. Next, ecological niche is. Yes, please. The ecological niche is. It's the physical position and functional role of species within the community. Right? It is the physical position and functional role of species within the community. Next, this Allen's rule, no, it is from the deleted syllabus. Right? So these questions, yes, definitely you can exempt. Okay. If you want to know them for your knowledge, then it is your choice. Okay. Now answer this question. Answer this question. Chalo, this one is a logical one. I believe you can answer it. They are saying what will happen to a well-growing herbaceous plant in the forest if it is transplanted outside the forest in a park. Grow normally, grow well because it is planted in the same locality. The locality is not same. It grows very well because the plant gets more sunlight, and that's not the logic at all. It may not survive. So may not is given because there is a change in the microclimate. Yes, this can happen. Next, if a population of 50 paramecium present in a pool increases to 150 after an hour, what will be the growth rate of the population? Yes, everybody. Now, use some brain. Yes, please. What is the correct answer here? Question number 1 to 2. How are you going to count it? Yes, please. So if the population of 50 paramecium present in a pool increases to 150 after an hour, what would be the growth rate? So if I have to check the growth rate, I can do one thing. I can just minus the final population from the initial one, and here I'm talking about 1 hour, so 100 here, right, per hour. That's how you can count it, right? So this is the D, which is the correct answer. What would be the percent growth or the birth per rate? See, birth per rate per individual per hour for the same population, as I mentioned in the previous question. Okay. So it will be percent growth or birth rate per individual per hour. How can you check it? How can you check it? You remember new individuals and all. So how can you check it? Everybody quick. So I think this question is not mentioned here. How can you check it? What should be the answer here? Anybody? Yes, anyone who can answer this? Just give it a try. Just give it a try. You have to tell the increase. So guys, it's very simple. You have to tell the percent growth. So increase is basically, what is the increase? 100, right? Because it has become, see, this is what they are asking. So 50 paramecium present in a pool increases to 150. Matlab total increases of 100 individual. Initial 50 because you have to tell percent cover. So of course, what will be the answer? 200% it is going to be. 200 basically. The answer is 200. Okay. Answer is 200. So again, look at it. If a population of 50 paramecium present in a pool, from 50 they reach to 150. So increases of 100 individual. So how am I going to check it? Final minus initial. So I know 100 per hour. It's very simple, common sense based. So here I got the answer 200. Now, a population has more young individual compared to the older. What will be the status of the population after some years? It will increase or it will decrease? Again, a very simple question. Again, a very simple question. You know that it will increase. Here we will see the triangular age pyramid. Understood? Next, what parameters are used for tiger census in our country's national parks and sanctuaries? Yes, please. Again, a very easy question. Again, a very easy question. Of course, pug marks and fecal pallets. Understood? Pug marks and fecal pallets. So, which of the following would necessarily decrease the density in a given habitat? They have to decrease it. So, these are the factors which will help in declining. Understood? Okay. This is again a good question. A protozoan reproduces by binary fission. What will be the number of protozoans in its population after 6 generations? Quick. After 6 generations. Of course, the answer is going to be 64, right? Binary fission, one cell will go, give 2. Here they have already given you what? 6 generations are given. So you simply need to put the formula 2n, where n is equals to number of generations. So you will be like 2, 6, so you will get the answer. Done. Next. In 2005, for each of 14 million people present in our country, 0.028 were born and 0.008 died. Using exponential equation, the number of people present in 2015 is predicted as. Yes, you guys can get such type of questions, so answer it. Anybody? देखो बेटा, birth rate is given, death rate is given. You can simply calculate the R, and here they are saying exponential equation. N naught is equals to NERT, right? NERT. So I'll tell you the answer is approximately this. ER you have to calculate, then ER, if you will get to know about this, because initial population also you know, so you can just put the things there and you can, right, get the answer. First of all, you need to get what? You need to know about the, you need to know about what? You need to know about the R. So what will be the value of R? Anybody? What will be the value of R? Anybody? R will be 0.02 per year. Am I right? Then N naught, N you already know, 14 million. ठीक है? E raised to power 0.02, time is given 2005 and then means 10 years. They're talking about 10 years. So this value, actually this is what we need to know, exponential of this. So if they will ask such question, they will definitely give you the value, right? They will definitely give you the value, and accordingly you people can count it. So here it will not be 0 to, why? Because if you will multiply it, you will get E is equals to 0.2. So their value will be given in the paper if they will ask you. So if its value, I'll tell you, it is around 1.22, and accordingly you can put the values and you can get the answer. Am I clear? Right? You can put the values and you can get the answer. So it will be somewhere equals to 17 millions. Next, amensalism is an association between two species where one species is harmed but other is unaffected. B will be the correct answer. Am I clear? It's the B that is going to be the correct answer. Chaliye, next question. Lichens are the association with, very simple, fungus and algae. Which of the following is a partial root parasite? Yes. Sometimes they can ask you this question. So yes, I know you don't know the answer here. It's sandalwood. It's partial root parasite. Which one of the following organism reproduce sexually only once in its lifetime? Only once in its lifetime. Again, you can opt for the elimination method. Yes. What should be the answer? What should be the answer? Beta, here it's monocarpic. Even banana is also monocarpic. Okay. Next, decomposer like fungi and bacteria are. They are, because they are decomposer. So definitely I'll use the word saprotrops there, right? And because they are not making their own food, so heterotrophs also. So this is a term that I will use here. Chaliye, next. The process of mineralization by microorganism help in the release of. It's mineralization. So what will come out? What will come out? Inorganic nutrients from humus. Inorganic nutrients from humus. That will come out. Am I clear? Right. So the inorganic nutrients from the humus, they will come out. Next, productivity is expressed as, again, dekho, as such PYQ it is. Isn't it? Isn't it? Yes, please. They have just changed the way. They have just changed the way, right? And they have asked this question. Are you getting my point? They have just changed the way and they have asked this question in 2025 as well. So, inverted pyramid of biomass, okay? We know that it will be in the aquatic ecosystem. So, out of all, this one will be the option. Done, beta? This one will be the option. Okay. The next question, which of the following is not a producer? Not a producer. Spirogyra, yes. Agaricus, no. Why? Because it is a fungi. Okay. These two are yes. Next, which ecosystem is most productive in terms of NPP also? Out of all these, beta, indeed tropical rainforest. Am I clear? Out of all these, indeed tropical rainforest. Next, pyramid of number is always upright? No. Always inverted? No. Number it is? Yes, either upright or inverted, right? So we know that it will be inverted in the case of tree dominating ecosystem. Approximately how much of the solar energy fall on the leaf is converted to chemical energy? Again, easy. Yes, please. Again, easy question. We know that it is just 2 to 10% energy. Okay, 2 to 10%. Next, among the following, where do you think the process of decomposition would be fastest? Would be fastest. Fastest. Beta, it will be in tropical rainforest. Why? Because the temperature here is going to be high and that promotes the decomposition at a fast rate. Right? Okay. So the answer here is tropical rainforest. Done? So temperature as well as oxygen is important. So both the needs will be fulfilled by it. So A is the correct answer here. Okay. Right, because here you will see more oxygen is there. Next, how much of the NPP of the terrestrial ecosystem is eaten and digested by herbivore? Very simple. Eaten and digested by herbivores. Again, a very simple question. 10% of it. Next, during the process of ecological succession, though it is deleted from our syllabus, right? It is deleted from our syllabus, so I'm not answering it. So even, yeah, this is also deleted. You can practice it just for your information, but they are deleted. Okay, so if the carbon atom fixed by producers already have passed through three species, the trophic level of the last species would be, last species if I'm saying, then obviously that is going to be a tertiary consumer, no chance of producer, no chance of secondary consumer, and not even the decomposer here. So which of the following type of ecosystem is expected in an area where evaporation exceeds precipitation and mean annual rainfall is below that? Hanji, give it a try. Give it a try. Beta, here they are saying that evaporation exceeds precipitation and mean annual rainfall. So here the answer is mangroves. Okay. Okay, if you know it, very good. If you do not know it, then I'll suggest you to please remember that the answer is going to be mangroves. The zone at the edge of the lake or the ocean, again it is deleted, right? But here, let me tell you the answer. So it is even immersed in water. This is the lentic one. So edific factor, I told you this word is related to the soil. Then which of the following in an ecosystem service provided by the natural ecosystem? Yes. Yes, please. So cycling of nutrients, yes. Prevention of soil erosion, yes. Pollutant absorption and reduction of the threat of global, all of above will be the answer. Understood? All of above will be the answer. So which country has the highest biodiversity out of all that? Out of all this. So beta, yes, these type of questions, yes, they can ask you in the paper, right? It is again, as I said, from the NCERT exemplar only. So out of all this, you will go for South America, right? Here, out of all this, we'll click what? South America, right? South America out of all this, this is having the highest biodiversity. So which one is not a cause of loss of biodiversity? Keeping animals in the zoological park, because it is the in situ conservation method. For the loss, we have the trick HOAC, which is also referred to as evil quartet. Evil quartet. Next, which of the following is not an invasive alien species in the Indian context? It's cynodon, dactylon, doof grass, lantana, yes, parthenium, yes, acornia, yes. Okay. Okay, so do practice such questions. Do practice such question. So where among the following will you find pitcher plant? Where will you find it? Beta, overall, I'll tell you, in the rainforest of Northeast India, you'll find it. Okay, please include it in your notes. In the rainforest of Northeast India, you will find it. Next, which one of the following is not a major characteristic feature? Which one of the following is not a major characteristic feature of biodiversity hotspots? Not a major characteristic feature of biodiversity hotspot. This is Hanji, because it is the hotspot, not a major characteristic feature. Try to answer it. Do they have large number of species? Yes. Abundance of endemic species, yes. Now there are two confusions, that are they mainly located in the tropics or in the polar regions? Where will we see them? Don't you think that it will majorly, like they are saying not a characteristic feature, that they are mostly located in the polar regions? That should not be the characteristic feature, of course. Next, dodo, Mauritius, Hannah, Russia, quagga, Africa या Australia? Yes, please, quagga, Africa या Australia? Yes, everyone. You know, if you know the answer of one question, you can answer it. See, dodo, Mauritius, quagga will be Africa, thylacine here will be Australia, stellar sea cow will be Russia. Understood? Sure? Sure? Next, what is the common to the following plants? Nepenthes, Xylotum, Rovolfia and Aconitum. Beta, all are prone to overexploitation. Okay. Next, the one-horned rhinoceros is specific to which of the following century? This type of question they can definitely ask. It's Kaziranga. Okay. What's the answer here? It's Kaziranga. Okay. So Kaziranga, right? So it is in Assam. Kaziranga National Park, it is in Assam. Next, amongst the animal group given below, which one appears to be more vulnerable to extinction? More vulnerable to extinction. Amphibians out of all of this. Next, which is an endangered plant species of India? Endangered plant species of India. Which one are the endangered ones? Anybody? Anybody? Yes, here the correct answer is, indeed the correct answer is all of above. They all are the answers. So what is common to Lantana, Ikonia and African catfish? They all are neither threatened nor indigenous species of India. So out of all, yes, D is the correct answer. Right? D is the correct answer because we know that they are invasive. Next, the extinction of passenger pigeon was due to overexploitation by humans. Which of the following statement is correct? No. So this one, right? Lantana, it's not Lantana, it's Parthenium. It's not endemic, it's invasive. African catfish is not, it is actually a threat to the indigenous catfishes. So this one is the correct statement here. Okay. This one is the correct statement here. So next is among the ecosystem, right? Mentioned below, where can one find maximum biodiversity? Even this is also something that I have discussed in our lecture. So it is the coral reefs. Next, which of the following forest is known as the lungs of the planet Earth? Amazon rainforest. Next, the active chemical drug reserpine is obtained from Rovolfia. And which of the following group exhibit more species diversity? That's going to be fungi. Remember? Fungi farm. Which of the below mentioned exhibit less seasonal variations? right? Less seasonal variation. Indeed, they are tropics. Okay, indeed, they are tropics. Next, the historic convention on biological diversity held in Rio de Janeiro in 1992 is also known as, a very important question here, it is the Earth Summit. But do check about this, this, and this. So, what is the common to the techniques in vitro cryopreservation and the tissue culture? Yes. And the tissue culture, yes. Obviously, they all are ex situ conservation methods. So this is it. So these are the number of questions that we are going to practice today. And remember, Saturday, right? What's the date? Today it is 18th, है ना? So Saturday it is 21st, right? So let's have one more marathon, which is very important, which is definitely from that, like from POIV, minimum 5 to 6, minimum I'm saying 5 to 6, minimum 6 to 7 from MBOI, 3 to 4 minimum, or it can be 5 to 6 from your what, right? From your evolution as well. So that's what we are going to target in the next class, okay? Right? So that is it. So I hope you have enjoyed it. So that's the importance of practicing the NCERT exemplar. Keep practicing it. Wherever you find the doubts, do let us know. And this is it. So take care.